I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little hunched over and walking funny. My back is completely out, and I'm in an extraordinary amount of pain at the moment. Yay. But welcome back to 3 Mississippi, guys, and thanks for joining us. We had planned to go on a little bit of an adventure today. We got something fun to use at the farm, but plans changed, so check it out. We've got a little something special here from Rattan e-bikes, and I am the worst at unboxing stuff. I always have the hardest time getting things out of boxes. I don't know why, I just do. Packaged really well. It looks like nothing's been damaged. But guys, I am excited about this. So this is the rattan Pathfinder bike, and it's an electronic bike. So, and you can see by the tires here, they're pretty hefty. I think because, you know, there's not a lot of paved roads right here, and there's not, you know, there's a lot of basically rugged areas and uneven areas on our property. But I thought, you know, I've seen DD5, Drifting Dreamers 5. I've seen them with their e-bikes, and I got to see them in person when we went up to the mountain for Freedom Weekend. Looks like these are all the tools and the pedals and everything in here, and I'm guessing instructions and battery situation in this box that comes with it. So I'm excited to get this all put together. I would much prefer to have Mike and Frankie put this together. I hate putting things together. I really do. And I always second guess myself, and it always takes me, I feel like, way longer than it should to complete tasks like this. But they have disappeared, so I am on my own. But that's okay. I won't let them ride it. Well, there's actually 2 of them, but one at a time here, we're gonna put this together. I thought this would be neat too, because this can get places that even, you know, the side-by-side or the 4-wheeler can't get. And in theory, it will be quieter. So if you need to run out to pull deer cards on the trail cams or something, maybe this won't be as loud to get back there. We'll see once I get it up and running. And a brake light. It's like serious. Headlight and tail light, look at that. All right. They're not kidding around. So after skimming through the directions, it looks like there's not that much left to assemble. It's really just attaching some of the wires, adding the wheel and the fender and the little rack on the back, and then basically plugging everything into each other the way it's supposed to go. So we'll see. I've got the battery pack inside charging while I see if I can get this put together. I had to call in the big guns. I was struggle busting with getting the wheel on here.
This bolt,
yeah,
was just here to
keep that from bending,
from getting bent during shipping.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
So
if
it was just there to mess you up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, is that supposed to come out? Is that supposed to stay?
So this is going to be the brake.
Okay.
So it's going to go on like this. It's got weight to it.
Yeah, it's hefty. Will and Jen are actually over right now. They're picking up Kenny. They need to borrow the tractor, so Jen's actually was helping me a little bit. She helped me get this front fender on because for some reason I am terrible at putting certain kinds of things together. And when the pictures are a little smaller, my old eyes kind of struggle getting this headlamp screwed on and the rest of the fender screwed in here. I've actually got the other battery inside charging because there's a charger piece and then there's a battery piece, and I thought the charger piece was the battery. My bad. So when I realized that, I went and plugged it in. I will say the instructions are not very easy to follow. There's pictures, but they're like zoomed in pictures, so you can't even tell necessarily exactly where it's wanting you to put things. So my friend Jen helped me with part of that one that I was just really like stuck on one piece, and then it went a little bit better after that, but I still struggled towards the end. I think you kind of want two people doing it. It's just easier to have another set of hands there to help stabilize and push and do on everything. So that's my thought on that. And there was nothing in the instruction manual about actually attaching the brake light other than attaching the cable or the tie rack on the back. So I figured it out, but you're supposed to, I'm assuming, zip tie the cable line along the back end for the brake light from the point where you plug it into the power source. But it doesn't say that in there. The only reason I think that is because there was, in the picture, it kind of looked like maybe that's what they had done, and there were zip ties in the little bag with the tools and stuff. That's the only thing I can figure. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to ride these today. To be honest, at this point, I'm kind of chasing daylight. I might have to wait till tomorrow to actually be able to take these out and ride. I was really hoping to be able to do it today and go on a little adventure, but it's not looking good. So I can see that some of the elements that I had to attach manually on the Pathfinder model, on this one, they're already attached. LF Pro, guys, and it's foldable. In theory, I'm supposed to be able to unfold it. So this should make it easier, I'm assuming, when you're wanting to like travel or, you know, throw it in the back of your car. This is the model that you'd want for, you know, taking it with you if you're going camping or something. This would be the more travelable model. Guys, I just took the e-bike for its first spin. I'm still putting part of the other one together. I will say this, for somebody who's not super mechanically inclined when it comes to just intuitively knowing where pieces are supposed to go, it's a little hard to figure out how to put together. So thank goodness for the interweb and my husband. This one I mostly put together by myself. And I just double checked everything. Everything's on there correctly. Everything's happy. I took it for a quick spin. It's got several different functions on like how you can ride it. I'm going to show you guys in just a minute. But it's whisper quiet. I mean, it sounds like a Prius farting in the breeze. It is quiet. This thing would be amazing for sneaking up on a deer blind. Like if you have to go a long ways. It's just quiet. Like it's super quiet, which I thought it was going to be a lot louder. like I know it's electronic, but I thought it was gonna be a lot louder. So here's the display right here. And this actually locks the front fork on the tire. So I have it locked. I don't know, I haven't ridden bikes in years, and probably, honestly, I haven't ridden bikes in like probably 20 years. So some of this I was a little rusty on. You've got your gear shifter here, you've got your brakes, your front and your rear brakes, and then this is your throttle. Ooh, I still got the engine on. So this is your throttle right here, and then there's different ways you can see your odometer and your max speed, your average, all that stuff, and then it'll tell you how fast you're going as you're going. I've got my little headlamp light here. I just turned that on. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but because it's bright out, but it's on, right? And then when you squeeze the brake, actually it's on right now because it's on and running, but then the bottom piece comes on. So I'll turn that headlight back off. I'm excited to try the other one. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna set this camera up, see if you guys can't see me tooling around a little bit. If I can't make this work. Now I will say this model, it's built for somebody who's 5'5". I'm 5'2" on a good day. All right, so it's a little tricky, and I have it on pedal assist right now, so if I pedal, it's also going to help with the throttle. And then I'm just hitting the throttle. Woo. The faster you pedal, it like bumps up the throttle. So when I pedal right now, it makes me go faster, and then it starts to slow down. It's cool. Whee! Mike and Frankie just pulled up to me riding this thing. Careful. What are you doing? You want to race? Yeah. This thing's pretty cool, guys. I just got to work on my dismount because I'm short. Oh, so I kind of have to do one of these, which I'm not sure if you saw because I was off screen. So when I dismount, I sort of have to do like this and stop it because I'm short and my feet won't touch the ground when I'm on the bike. But that's fun, guys, and it's super quiet. Like, super quiet. Like, listen, I'm gonna put my mic right by it. That was the throttle. It literally is like whisper quiet. So that's pretty neat. And it's kind of fun. I think that other one is gonna fit me better. This one's a little bit fancier. Honestly surprised at how quiet it is. But this is cool. I mean, it's got the little thing on the back here. I've got the kickstand up. It's got the little basket thing on the, well, not a basket, but a tie rack. So it does come with these keys. And what this does is the battery is right here. So you have to unlock it. You use the key to unlock it. You don't need the key to run it. This key is only to remove the battery. And then this little flap, the opposite side has a port right there that you plug the charger into. I have no idea what this button does. It's a power button, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So I'm unsure about that. This is a flap with a little rocker switch inside. So right now, I just turned it off. The battery will only take about 4 to 5 hours to charge from it being dead, and it'll go on one charge 65 miles. I'm sure that depends on how much pedal assist you're using and how fast you're going and all of those things. But it's got some get up and go. Top speed is supposed to be 28 miles an hour on this model, and they bill this as like the senior model. Like I said, I am shorter than the height recommendation is between 5'5" and like 6'5", I think it said, or 6'3" or something like that. Tall, right? Anything that's tall. So it is a little tall for me. I will say that. It's not maybe as comfortable for me being shorter. So that would be something to consider. And as you can see, I do have the handlebars down all the way and the seat down all the way. But my legs are considerably shorter than my torso. So I always have a struggle with, reaching the pedals on things. Like my truck seat is always all the way up forward just so I can drive my truck. So, but this thing is going to be cool for if I want to just scoot down somewhere on the property and I don't want to have to unload stuff from the side by side, or they've got it out there and I don't want to have to take the truck all the way down. I can hop on this bad boy and go for an adventure, which is like, that's exciting. I'm digging it. So yeah, just remember, which, because it took me a minute and it wasn't in the manual, you do have to flip this switch on after you've gotten it charged. Because you can charge it either leaving the battery in here or taking it out. You know, I saw Mike and Lissa over at DD5. You know, they've had these things for a while, e-bikes. I don't know if it was the same brand or not. I don't think it was, because I feel like theirs were a lot louder, but that was what first intrigued me about them, because I saw them zipping all around the mountain off-roading with these things. And these tires are huge. They're like 4 inches thick. I mean, these are solid tires. For something that I, you know, half put together myself, I feel like it seems pretty sturdy when you're riding it. You know, granted, I did just take it for a spin on the grass in case I fell. Like I said, I have not been on a bike in probably over 20 years. I used to be a very avid biker when I was younger. I had a really nice mountain bike and I used to go mountain biking when I was in my late teens, well, when I was like 20. It was before I met Mike. Um, but now I haven't biked. You know, I've been a runner for the last, you know, several years, decade plus. So this is different territory for me, but I do like the fact that you can, even if the battery's dead, it will work like a normal bike. You just obviously won't have the headlight running and the tail light running and all that. But I mean, you can take this for, you know, if I wanted to even take this into town, if the weather was nice, I could. But once you get it up and rolling and you can actually play around with it, it's pretty cool. And I love how quiet it is. I mean, talk about a sneak attack, right? I love it. I mean, it's really quiet, guys. Like, I can't stress that enough. I really thought it was going to be a lot louder. There's a little link down there for you, down below. Check it out. Christmas is coming up. They've got, you know, Black Friday sales going on their site right now. If you're seeing this before Christmas, maybe you want to buy it for yourself. And I mean, it's cheaper than a car. And if you live close to town and you want to be able to just scoot around, not a bad option for you. I actually think I kind of like it better than I thought I would. Um, like I said, my only complaint so far with this particular model is that I'm short and it's a little big for me. But hey, that's the story of my life. I'm used to having to compensate for that sort of thing. But I think the other model, the other model is going to be more my speed, a lot shorter, and I'm a lot shorter, so that should work good. So guys, there we have it. Whew. We got the rattan e-bike. Pathfinder we've got working successfully. Unfortunately, the LM model, which is the model that fits her and I better, I can't figure out what I did wrong or whatever. I've reached out to the company, you know, and I know they stand by their product. So, you know, if it could be a faulty part, that happens sometimes. It could be I did something incorrectly putting it together. Although most of those components on that particular model were already put together. So I'm not sure about that. But I can at least say I'm not jealous anymore of DD5's e-bikes. We've got our own and we can tool around the farm. I think these are going to be fun and come in handy, especially when the other vehicles are in use and I need to get somewhere. It's going to be nice to hop on one of these and go. And also going to be nice for, you know, I think sneaking up on the deer blinds. There's a link down below. As I mentioned earlier, if you're seeing this as it's coming out in Thanksgiving of 2023, there is a link down below. They are having a Black Friday seasonal sale. So you can go check that out and see if there's any different styles of their e-bikes that they have that might fit your lifestyle if you've been thinking of one. Pretty neat. This would be something, especially I think, not just living, you know, out here in the country, that this is kind of neat, but if you lived in a city where, you know, it's a few blocks away to somewhere, this is kind of a neat alternative to, you know, still being able to get exercise when you want to, but also be able to have that pedal assist and have that throttle kick in when you want to zip somewhere pretty quick. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a good rest of your day. And as always, stay blessed. Stay Jesus.